Hello. So we are back with the 3-month update. Yeah. So last time we spoke, we just got our bands put on, right? The other day, we went to the orthodontist and we got some good news. But we're gonna start with good news first. We got some good news. We're 2 months ahead of schedule, which thank God, because originally I never even knew how long I'd have these braces on. They told me between 18 months and between 24 months. That's a gap for me. So when I went in the other day, I saw on the chart that it says I'm scheduled for 25 months. They did tell me I'm 2 months ahead of schedule, which was great. And the orthodontist asked me if I was being consistent with wearing my elastics, which looked like a good sign because obviously that made us 2 months ahead of schedule. But the bad news is I made a mistake. And I'm gonna get into that really quickly. So about 3 weeks ago, I celebrated my 30th birthday. And I was on a trip with my friends and my mom and sister. And this was the first time all of them seeing me with braces in person, right? On top of it, I had these elastics on. But your girl was not trying to be wearing elastics, looking all cute. The biggest mistake I could have ever made. I went a whole 5.5 days without wearing my elastics. And I'm just gonna say, I repeat, do not do what I did. If they tell you to wear your elastics as often as possible throughout the day, wear them. So because I'm like to learn the hard way kind of girl, I didn't have them in for 5 days. Didn't think it would be anything crazy. Didn't think that would really do anything. I decided not to wear them, right? The whole trip, obviously I'm having the best time, but I am miserable. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't have my elastics in. It's probably like I'm suddenly having all this pain in my mouth. Almost, it felt like when I first got my entire braces installed, the first couple days, if not the first week when I got my braces installed. Because the amount of cuts, the amount of swelling, the amount of discomfort, and the amount of tears that I shed on this trip because I just did not follow directions, because I didn't want to feel so conscious about these bands in my mouth, especially there is this unlimited buffet. You know, I just didn't want to wear them. I can't tell you how many Tylenols I popped on that trip. And also thinking, wow, maybe I'm just getting all of this discomfort and burning and stinging and cuts in my mouth because I'm drinking a lot, I'm in the sun, I'm not drinking as much water, I'm dehydrated. It didn't take me until coming back and reinstalling my elastics to realize that was the problem. The whole trip, I'm telling my friends and my family, I'm like, you guys, I don't even want to smile. I don't want to talk. I don't want to repeat myself. I don't want to laugh. I don't want to do anything. I have so many pictures trying to smile like this because of the amount of pain that I just couldn't like move my mouth without it giving me like excruciating pain. And I didn't think it was my elastics until I reinstalled them, and they're like, my teeth were basically like, hey, remember that we're on a journey here? Keep it going. Don't mess it up. And I did. So if there's anything I'm gonna tell you not to do, don't keep your elastics out for more than a day or two, because you will really, maybe this isn't for everyone, but I saw the biggest difference and felt the biggest difference, and I did not realize it was that until after. It's like I almost feel the pain again. So what I have been noticing is that, so when I they reinstalled the wire and the brackets that go around the ceramics. I noticed that now that they're putting these metal wires with ties, they like twist them in. kind of hate that she put them like right here, because I feel like, cool, as if I didn't already feel like Bugs Bunny's twin sister. It just feels more prominent, and it always feels like there's just something in my teeth. Also, every time you just get comfortable with how your mouth is forming and, you know, what's moving, it's usually like the 3rd or 4th week before you go in and get them tightened again. So it's kind of, not that you're going all the way back to square one again, but, you know, your teeth are feeling the pressure, they're feeling sensitive, they're feeling really tight again, and your mouth is just getting comfortable with moving. Even though these are obviously part of the process, I noticed that, damn, okay, this is probably gonna happen every month unless I pass a certain mark in time to where, you know, obviously we've been here for 6 months to a year, and I already know what to expect, what to do, how to feel, and we're good. But I'm noticing that this is the side that I had more closure and tightness. So as I showed you guys before, I have spacing on this side, which is a good side in my opinion, and this side is the side that overlaps. It almost feels like when I talk or take pictures or look in the mirror or even talking right now, this is the side I always felt like had more strain, or because it was misaligned, I was doing more work on this side of my face to talk. And lately I've been feeling like, shoot, not only can I really see how crooked and misaligned this side is, having the elastics in makes that noticeable 10 times more. I'm noticing that when I talk, it's so much smaller on this side. And I'm noticing also that this tooth, I have Vondings on these teeth because they were so short before. It almost seems like they're overlapping my bottom teeth even more than they did before. I know, I've asked my sister who's younger who had braces, and she's like, girl, deal with it. Like, this is just, you're still at A. We're not even at B yet. Like, get over it. But I find myself just being still so self-conscious, and every time that I get my braces tightened, I feel like my smile is gummier, I feel like my 2 front teeth are more prominent, and I just get really insecure. And I tell my boyfriend all the time, and I feel like all I do is talk about my braces sometimes because, you know, they're on you. You notice every minor change more than I ever have before. I was already obsessed with anything that was happening in my mouth because of my teeth grinding, my TMJ, and my misalignment. But it's, man, I'm ready to reach a point in time to where it's not even a thought. But I'm noticing that. So when I asked the orthodontist, like, why does it seem like my teeth are getting worse, he's like, girl, enough with the dumb questions. What I also did ask my orthodontist is, because I'm a teeth grinder, I noticed that I used to be, you know, sleep with my mouth open a little bit. Now my teeth are clenched the second I lie down, or even during the day. And that's because, you know, my jaw is moving, my teeth are moving. And I already was a teeth grinder. I used to grind my back molars, but now I'm grinding my teeth in the middle over here. And if you can see, I already had kind of like these little baby teeth that have been worn and torn. But I don't think the grinding's helping. And I was like, doc, when I go to sleep, I feel like I'm chewing on a brick. So it's either I wear my night guard, which is really difficult to wear with the rubber bands because you feel like you're suffocating and choking in your sleep, or I don't wear the elastics. And he was like, I prefer you to wear the elastics all during the day other than when you're eating, even when you are, and just don't wear them when you're brushing your teeth. But you don't have to wear them to sleep. Wear your mouth guard. I was like, all right, cool. Still haven't worn my mouth guard yet, but I'm hoping that my teeth aren't completely filed down by the time these things come off. But the slight changes that I notice are some good, some bad. Lately, I've been feeling like my face and my jaw almost look like how I felt they look like before. I don't know. When I first got them on and finally got adjusted to the braces and even the elastics, I was like, oh, my face feels more symmetrical. Maybe some things I can't tell if they're psychological at this point because, you know, slightly obsessed. I can't tell if there's more symmetry on my face or if my face is losing more definition on this side, which is my problem side, as it looked before pre-braces. So that's been kind of bothering me. I also notice it in my speech or needing to talk like this. And definitely, like I said, recognizing the misalignment 10 times more on this side. And I don't know, in my mind, I thought that with elastics, how in the hell is it gonna realign when one's already shorter than the other? But again, I'm no professional. I'm just gonna listen to what the doctors say or what the orthodontists say. Like other than that, we're making some progression. My teeth look a little more aligned in the front. I have like this, kind of depending on my bite. Like this, they're aligned. Actually a good contour to where they go into each other. They're just aligned. So I try to hide it like this and keep it to how it should be, but out of natural comfort and I guess what I've been doing forever is these teeth go into these teeth sit on top, and my bite's crooked. So it's a process. And I'm just hoping that, I know at some point, hopefully in 6 months, there is going to be a big change other than seeing my teeth shift and seeing them get straighter. My TMJ has subsided, and it's still subsided from the last video. But the minor changes, and especially aesthetically, my profile, feeling like I have buck teeth. Like, do you see this? Do you see that? I don't think I'd ever looked like that before. I'm just trying. But what I will say, just make sure you're wearing your elastics. And if it's more than a day or two of not wearing them, just be ready to be miserable. I don't have many other things to say. This is just a little short update for the 3-month journey and, you know, my braces diary to look back and see the progression. I'm gonna sit like this. But again, if you guys have any questions or any suggestions with how to help get comfortable with the realignment and even visually seeing your teeth be more prominent, if that was already an issue like me, let me know. I am going to be coming back at a 6-month mark for an update because I really don't feel like a 4th or 5th is that necessary. I want to give more of a bigger progression video and insight to really let you guys know what's going on. This one was just definitely like, don't do what I did with keeping your elastics off, and just to give a little brief update as to where I am and how I've been feeling. Let me know if you notice any changes. But again, there's good days, there's bad days, there's days where it feels like there's so much changing and progressing and you feel confident, and there's days where it feels like it's almost back to square one. Lately, I've been feeling like these are all my teeth and none of the ones in the back exist. If you're a teeth grinder, please wear your mouth guard. I also try to do facial exercises, face yoga, and use a gusha to help with lymphatic drainage, to also help with any muscle tension, and for creating natural symmetry. But again, if you guys have any questions, hit your girl up. I'll be back in 2 months. Also, Is Taurus season over? Because happy birthday to me. Bye, guys. I'll see you soon.